What's really behind the samurai code? What if I told you the samurai's greatest weapon wasn't their sword, but their ability to adapt? In 1876, Japan banned swords in public, stripping the Japanese warrior class of their most visible status symbol. This marked the end of an era, but the real story of samurai history starts long before, weaving through myths and harsh realities that defy what we think we know. Welcome to Chronicles of Eras, Early History. The samurai story begins in Japan's Heian period, where official court documents first mention these warriors as armed nobles serving provincial governors. Archaeological evidence shows they were primarily mounted archers, their skills honed through decades of civil warfare. The bow, not the sword, dominated Japanese battlefields for centuries. Rise to power. By the 12th century, samurai families had grown powerful enough to challenge the imperial court. The Genpei War, 1180 to 1185, established the first samurai-led government, the Kamakura Shogunate. Court records show how samurai transformed from provincial warriors into Japan's ruling class, creating a military government that would last for centuries. Military reality. Forget Hollywood's one-on-one duels. The Japanese warrior class fought in organized units, using advanced tactics and weapons that evolved over time. Training manuals and battle records show samurai weren't bound by Bushido, as we imagine it today. They were practical warriors who embraced firearms when Portuguese traders introduced them in the 16th century. Archaeological evidence from samurai battlefields reveals more arrows, bullets, and spears than sword cuts, shattering the Bushido truth we see in movies. Tokugawa, peace. The Tokugawa period brought peace to Japan in 1615, and with it came the Buke Shohato, the official laws governing samurai conduct. These laws transformed samurai from battlefield warriors into urban administrators. Domain records show their daily duties included tax collection, dispute resolution, and education oversight. Their famous swords became status symbols rather than primary weapons. Daily life. Samurai days were far less glamorous than Hollywood suggests. Mornings meant reviewing reports and managing local affairs, think medieval office work. Afternoons combined martial arts with studying law or mathematics. Archaeological finds reveal weapons neatly stored beside ink brushes, proof that samurai balanced brawn with brains, and maybe some spreadsheets. Economic reality. Financial records from the Edo period reveal surprising truths about samurai life. Many struggled with debt despite their elite status. Turns out, being a legendary warrior didn't pay the bills. Imagine trying to barter your katana for groceries. It didn't go well. Some samurai turned to side hustles like selling calligraphy, despite it being officially forbidden. A 17th century side gig. Talk about being ahead of the gig economy, education, and culture. Samurai history goes beyond the battlefield. Education was central to their role as administrators, with samurai studying Chinese classics, Japanese literature, and administrative law. The arts weren't far behind. Poetry, painting, and the tea ceremony symbolized mindfulness and discipline. These traditions, rooted in samurai culture, still influence Japan today, from Zen meditation to craftsmanship that values precision. Code of conduct. The modern idea of Bushido, the noble samurai code, owes more to marketing than reality. Nitobe Inazo's 1899 book helped popularize Bushido as a moral ideal during Japan's modernization, even inspiring 20th century leaders. Today you'll find this concept in everything from martial arts philosophies to corporate values, where discipline, loyalty, and honor are still prized. Samurai branding, it seems, is timeless, kind of like the original influencer hype. They just had cooler outfits. The end of an era. The Meiji Restoration of 1868 marked the official end of samurai rule. Government records detail how former samurai adapted, Some entered business or government service, others became teachers or police officers. The High-Tourei Edict of 1876 banned sword-wearing in public, while the Chitsuroku Dispossession Act eliminated samurai stipends. Legacy. The legacy of the Japanese warrior class isn't what you'd expect. Their administrative systems shaped Japan's bureaucracy, and their dedication to education fueled the country's rapid modernization. Samurai history shows how their adaptability, whether adopting firearms or transitioning to civil roles, foreshadowed Japan's ability to blend tradition with innovation. Chronicles of Eras uncovers how their influence echoes from swords to smart cities. The real samurai weren't mindless warriors or noble philosophers, they were practical men navigating a transforming Japan. Samurai history reveals a class that combined discipline, education, and adaptability to leave a legacy that shaped modern Japan. If you enjoyed this look at Japanese history, subscribe to Chronicles of Eras for another fascinating chapter of history.